Alright. It's like we got gun. Oh! Dash is gonna shoot, and Blood Shopkeeper isn't gonna have any of that. Glass Longsword, meanwhile, for eleriz. We'll swap to the gun and go for the kill, leaving behind the Golden Axe. It is gun. It is gun. Very much gun. Dash will take the Golden Axe. So eleriz leaving with the chicken. Won't have the blood drum like Dash does. And Dash will leave with the Golden Axe and the blood drum. Oh, okay, there's a weapon. But gun. Just standing there, deciding whether to keep the gun or not. So, a very short-lived rifle. Dash will also swap to the Obsidian Cat. Spending a bit of extra beats there to take the stairs and keep the combo alive to be able to just hit the king in one hit. That's pretty heads-up play there from Dash. And finding the pulse spell. eleriz, meanwhile, drop the flawless, so no pulse spell for them. Rare One gun was considered best weapon in the game. No, was that ever... Has that ever happened? Oh, eleriz taking a pretty big hit there from that red vat. Being a bit rude. Tier 3 wall will never be the food shop. So there's that. Oh, and Dash! Taking a full hit from a golem. Those things hit very hard, but they move very slowly, so shouldn't get hit by them, Kappa. Of course, you can easily lose track of the count and then take a hit, but if you're gonna get hit by a golem, it's often something that was extremely preventable. So, down to half a heart. What was that pulse? I feel like that should have hit. But it might have been some tall sprite things going on. I'm gonna watch that one more time. Dash checking purple will fill out his spells. Buffer pulse. Makes sense. So eleriz picking up Blast Helm in 3-1. Dash will as well with 13 bombs to work with it. eleriz has 10, so hefty amount of bombs here with this Blast Helm. Dash is looking for some heals, and there will be a carrot, so it's not nearly as scary now. And another bomb for eleriz. Yeah, probably should just eat the chicken right now. There isn't really too much reason not to, because it'll put you out of dying territory, and you want to dodge that. Hello, Spinda. But that's some glass armor, so that's a bit of protection for both racers. We got Funny Foot. The funny foot, not the funniest foot, moderately funny only. So Dash will take the lead by a hair. Pulse into Fireball for Dash will bring Death Metal down to 1 health. Still has to hit Death Metal there. And another spell, I think we're like 3 for 3 on spells in purple chests, which is crazy. And also eleriz also has Transmog from somewhere else. Dash, however, going down half a heart and then just running into a Blade Master. That's unfortunate. eleriz, meanwhile, goes for the dagger enchant with the piece. It looks like the Obsidian Cat blew up. So, has to run this phasing dagger, but has a lot of time to work as a Dash has gone down in 4-1. Also, the chicken blew up. That's true. But lots of bombs to work with. Just use that to round out your damage when you have to. Oh, got rid of the weapon, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought there was a weapon swap for some reason that blew up. But it was just the chicken that blew up. I see. So, boss shrine here for eleriz. We'll take nothing. We'll just take the damage up from sending a bomb. Making this a pretty hard-hitting phasing dagger. 3 damage threshold has been met. And phasing is pretty nice for the last 2 zones. So the option is there to swap to that titanium spear, but we'll be sticking with the phasing dagger. Manages to get the luck charm as well. Had to spend a bomb to do it. Oh, there! That's a value transmute. There we go. So this is looking very comfortable now. Shield spell on top of it too. Just uses shield spell for this exit room. Have a fine and dandy time. And a throw bomb for Coral Rift 4. Skipping the boss chests. One of the few times eleriz actually gets the boss chest. Does not need them. I mean, you could probably still check. Like red or something. Or black even. Phasing dagger is great and all. Especially for Deadringer. But still are better weapons out there. It's insignificant though, it's only 1 zone. And that's a food shop. Blows up the Charm of Gluttony. Needed to buy the items first and then pick up the Gluttony Charm after bombing. Before it just gets deleted. That's fine. Has a potion, has a decent number of parts to work with. Buys the Jewel Dagger just to yeet it down. Yeah, keeping phasing is a perfectly fair choice. Phasing's nice in Zone 5 with the orcs, mostly. Plus 1 damage up, so won't just be stuck on 2 damage. eleriz making their way down to Deadringer now. with the dagger phasing. We'll just whack Dead Ringer twice. So. Pretty good there. Picking up a Battle Shovel that won't do anything. So, has 7 Blast Helm Bombs here. Making sure Dorian is far away. Gets a Shield Bug. Also free anime. Three hits on the Necrodancer. It's going well. Keeping Dorian at a safe distance away. Making sure this Necrodancer fight is safe. A bit of a confuse at the end there, but handles it fine to land the last hit on the Necrodancer. GG, eleriz taking the first point of the set. Oop. So... I think we saw like pretty much every spell there. Dash found Pulse and then what was that, Fireball? And after that found Freeze. And eleriz found Transmute and Shield. So between the races we actually saw a lot of spells. Just a fun fact. And that Transmute was really nice. Just, here you go, have a heavy plate. We know you need armor, so we'll give it to you. Anywho, on to our second race of this set. Yeah, both races are ready, so... should be getting started shortly. Maybe we'll start with the gun this time and actually have a reason to keep it. We didn't see Rich's spell. I mean, we also didn't see Earthquake then, if we're including scrolls. Or Earth, for that matter, actually. Dash going the wrong way? It's just going to cut the loss and reset. Instead of backtracking. Dash taking an early hit. It could be worth restarting once again, but... looks like Dash is just gonna ride it out. One heart could end up being pretty valuable. Worth a couple beats to save, but who knows, you might just get hit again when after resetting, and that's very demoralizing, to say the least. Torch pickup for eleriz. Both races aren't having fastest time through this one too. Dash got a bit lost. eleriz is just spending a bit more time. And that's a pretty crappy situation for Dash there. We'll go down on 1-2. Definitely still in contention, but... unfortunate. Let's see. Look, Fair and Balanced is coming in, and that was a bit rude, but you accept the risk if you have some Fair and Balanced coming after you. That you might not have a safe way to retreat, but that wasn't really Dash's fault or anything. That was just rude. Strength Charm from a chest in 1-3. So that's just damage up. This is a long leprechaun milk. So lots of gold for eleriz. We'll find a transmog. It finds the pink shovel, okay. Could go for a weapon, but seems to be happy with this 2 damage golden cutlass. And that is a nice kill for eleriz there. Okay. Have heavy plate. Again. Also a vase whip. What? How nice. How friendly. Crypt is being friendly. And taking a Ring of Charisma out of Arena. Didn't really need any of the other items. So it has a nice discount for farming. Rack attack. Hello Cosmog. Oh. That's a slime of an odd color. You actually found heavy plate in that black though. That's not a Squaga suit, they just straight up heavy plate. Hello Koopy and SC2. Did I? Anywho, onto Death Metal 2. Dash is about a zone behind here. Background music is pretty quiet. That's a darkness where eleriz. Still pretty good. There's a few weapons that just feel more comfortable with darkness, and one of them definitely is Cutlass. Meanwhile, this is a food shop. Could be a bit louder. Alright. We'll compromise and just... tiny bit louder. It shouldn't be noticeable if you were fine before, and it's a bit louder now. So that's a bomb spell for free. Thanks to the Ring of Darkness. Dash, meanwhile, dealing with death metal. Oh, that's not a bad ring to find, except there's darkness right there. Probably don't want to hit it. And that's another vase flip at a different spot. Dash will actually opt to take the Ring of Darkness. I mean, if you're behind, you can rely on your opponent's mapping. If you were cognizant enough, and if you're close enough as well. Combination, you're not as interesting as the music in the game. It is barely audible. Omega lol. Oh, this is the glass shot for Dash. Dash is actually going to run Glass Axe. This is pretty spooky. Okay, making its way to the exit perfectly fine. eleriz is still in a bit of a lead, but definitely not as large as a gap. eleriz finds a Shrine of War, but only has 1 bomb left. I think it is trying to be conservative here. For having enough bombs for the Necrodancer fight. Because that... is that... what boo is that? Is that... okay. That's not funny, but... oh, it had bomb spell. So... that's... probably forgot about bomb spell like I did. Oop. Oh, Dash. Alright. What happened there? That seemed to be... No, yeah, that just went bad from worse. Yeah, if you're gonna take a glass build, obviously, it's gonna come at a cost of it being pretty risky. And things can go from bad to extremely bad really quickly with the glass build. But you do get the damage, and also in this case, you do get an axe. Okay, Elri's tanking a few hits here, actually. That Glax is better than Zaps if it doesn't break. But that's a pretty big if is the thing. But here's just a bundle of 3 bombs for Elriz. So that's the bomb situation solved. Does not need to blood magic for the Necrodancer fight. So again, dash going down in zone 4 gives Elriz quite a bit of space to work with. Just don't break glass, it's that easy. Why? Just buy those heart containers. I don't see why you wouldn't. Maybe Elriz was afraid of getting one of their full hearts deleted or something. But it doesn't matter. Actually it does, you got the chicken. It's like Japanese here, which will go fine. Taking a hit though. Won't be anything major. That turnip. Doing a whole heart of damage, but 8 hearts remain. Glax is definitely relatively safe compared to some other glass weapons you can get. Absolutely shreds through enemies, but it being move attack makes it a bit less safe than, say, like a glass longsword. But overall, people are probably comfortable with axe anyways, so it's not too much of a consideration. And there we are. Second point going to Eleriz as well. Yeah, that arc dagger was probably the choice. It's not a bad weapon at all. And it's not glass, Kappa. But yeah, GG's! And we are on our third and final seed between these two racers for this set. Both races are ready. We'll see if Dash can take a point off of Eleriz, because definitely capable of. doing so. It just hasn't really worked out. It's so confusing seeing, like, the normal spirit and also T-posing spirit with the Santa hat. But yeah, both races moving quickly onto 1-2, not finding much in 1-1, and also finding the same dead end. Have fun with tier 2 walls. Trapdoor is an option here for both races. Dash will take it. eleriz will spend more time on 1-2 here. T-posing spirits just coming at you. eleriz will find a Ring of Pain. And we have some Dental Floss for Dash. Weapon Transmog, maybe? Weapon Transmog. It's 1-3. Weapon Transmog probably won't be an absolute disaster. So, just keeping the glass whip. The Monster Racer way. That's not good. Okay. Oh no. Oh, and eleriz goes down as well, so full reset about 2 minutes in. But yeah, that's Glass Whip. That's one of the worst glass weapons you can get, because you'll get snagged. Unless you play it like a whip, which you don't really want to play things like a whip. Which is extremely slow, taking care of enemies before moving forward. Then it's fine. It's not fine if you're racing, and you want to actually have good pace. Glass Whip is best whip, actually. Okay, maybe you're right. Okay, that's a bit of a corded situation. That was a bit scary for Dash, but it's gonna be fine. Dash picking up the holy water? Probably wants to use it sooner rather than later. It can be upgraded by taking a hit. Amazing. Alright, more Glass Whip action. Oh, Pain. Shout out to Pain. Ring of Pain doing some work, which is nice. Go for Weapon Transmog. It's 1-3. Oh, this is a mole plane situation for eleriz. Going down one more time. Well, this start is pretty haphazard, but there is a Glass Rapier for Dash. Needs to keep that alive, unless there's something good in black. I think popping the holy water there on Conga, I don't really know why. Obsidian Torch pickup for Dash. Fireball Scroll in purple. Seems to be happy with just running this Glass Rapier, which I think at CoNDUIT level very much depends on who the racer is, but generally I would stay a bit away from glass weapons in Conduit, because you don't really need to go extremely quick to do well in Conduit. Though, this Conduit has some very fast and strong racers. So, it's very much up to the race's comfort level for this, but I'd generally say you'll be fine without class weapons in Conduit. Dash isn't gonna swap to the cat, that's... Like, when the option is there to have a perfectly suitable replacement for your glass weapon, you take it. That might even be a bit better. And there goes the glass rapier too, so... Well... Going down a half a heart with the potion though. We'll be fine, no flawless. Going down to zone 3 with nothing but the shard. Some thinking here for eleriz on what to do. Not the best weapon items out of this boss shrine, but mostly boss shrines are for that damage up, so we'll be able to claim that. Dash, meanwhile, finds a golden axe. Damage up boots as well, so this is actually pretty good. Luckily managed to resolve the weapon situation without too much hassle. So we'll be able to continue cruising along now. Oh, this is a bit of a swarm backing up. Ooh, backing way back here. And we'll manage to come out of that without taking any hits. That's a pretty good job there. Of just keeping it cool. And eleriz not having enough to buy the cat, but has enough now. But didn't go back to get it, but it's reasonable. They're starting to fall quite a bit behind. So the whole just thought of I have to go now could easily be kick again, even though the cat would be really nice to have. Don't listen, monster. Cats are good. Kappa. Kappa? Okay, never mind. Spike Deer's pickup for a dash doesn't have anything else in the head slot, so we'll just nab that for some damage up, but is not too worried about keeping it alive. Of course, it definitely is nice to keep alive, but it isn't the end of the world if that goes away. Dash is opening a lot of rooms. It's like a heavy plate pickup for eleriz once again. Okay, that was an excellent freeze. The pressure was starting to rise there as enemies came in from all sides. So a very, very good freeze there for eleriz. We'll continue moving on. Both racers on the same zone, but Dash has a pretty decent lead still. Keeping these spike deers alive. At the option, you switch to Miner's Cap until the Miner's Cap blew up. So it wasn't really an option anymore. But doing a great job at keeping these spike deers alive. And it's just tearing through things with this highly damaging axe. Regen pickup for dash, so that makes the spike gears a bit more important. It still is not the end of the world if that goes away. So, has the option to... Well, why not? Hey, take the leather armor. Leather armor is great, and you could easily afford... Eh? Okay. There's no reason not to take the armor there besides just thinking you already had armor. But eleriz is just the floor behind, so needs to get going. Take beats, so it would take literally 2 beats at most. Yeah, 2 beats at most, or least. 2 beats at least, and it shouldn't take more than 2 beats. 2 beats that you save elsewhere by being a bit more comfortable with armor. eleriz is trailing very close behind, but Dash will be the first one on that. Actually, Dash does not have enough bombs. A good double earth here, but has to press some butts here. Did not get the flawless chest, so won't be able to check for some bomb items. So it's going to be pretty close. Some okay butt puzzles here for Dash. Definitely could be better. eleriz will be the first one with the Necrodancer free, shortly followed by Dash. Both races are on 2 hits. This is very, very close. eleriz is struggling a bit more with these lures. Dorian is in the way for Dash here, as eleriz is already on the last hit, gets frozen. This Necrodancer fight, I feel both races are definitely feeling the pressure because they're both not going that well, but eleriz finishes first. That's a PB for seeded speedrun for eleriz too. That's good to see. But I do believe that that one will go to eleriz. So eleriz taking this 3-0, probably. I feel like when the race is close like that, of course you start feeling the pressure. Like, I have to do this Necrodancer fight well, because my opponent is literally right there. And that's when things just start to slip a bit. Because I know I've seen both of these racers do the Necrodancer fight very, very well before. So very likely was a case of I have to go fast, otherwise I'll lose the race. Or yeah. Alright. Thanks for being here.